saw the sparks we left behind. You said it's been a little while. I nodded with a trembling smile. We never said a last goodbye, just drifted off with borrowed time. And after all this time we meet older hearts with steadier beats. Not who we were, but somehow still the way you look can make me feel like nothing ever changed at all. Though we had oceans, years and falls, maybe we were wrong back then, just too young to let love in. We talked like nothing's gone to waste. Old cafe, a slower pace. You told me where your heart had been, and I smiled through the might have beens. No fire now, no wild rush, just quiet glances, gentle hush. But in the space between each word were all the things we never heard. And after all this time you're here, a little closer, a little clear. The world moved on and so did we, but something stayed silently. Maybe love just waits its turn. Maybe some bridges never burn. And though we lost and tried and fell, tonight it feels like all is well. We weren't ready, but we cared. Now we're wiser, more aware. What if time just paved the way to bring us back to now, today? After all this time, it's strange how hearts can hurt and still not change. You touch my hand like you once did, but now it feels like it could fit. We're not the same, and that's okay. We found our words, we found our way. Maybe we don't need to rewind. We're right on time. After all this time. You sat beside me like a thought, not fully spoken, but deeply caught. We never kissed, we never tried, but something flickered deep inside. You laughed at things no one could hear, and somehow made the silence clear. We stood too close, yet never crossed a line we knew we both had lost. We were almost something true, almost fire, almost blue, like a dream that fades at dawn. There then suddenly it's gone. No confessions, no goodbyes, just echoes caught in quiet. my kids anymore. Still chasing dreams we can't ignore. Bills to pay and plans to make, but my heart still races when you say my name. I don't believe in fairy tales, but I believe in showing up. Through silent nights and busy days, you're the calm in all my chaos. We've seen enough to know what's real. It's not all sparks, it's how you feel when the world fades out, but she's still there. That kind of love is rare. Love me like it's day one. Hold me when the night comes. Talk to me like we're still young, but stay like you mean long, long run. We don't need the perfect lines. We've got the scars to prove the time. We're not naive, but we still believe that love can be everything. You fold your dreams into my hands. I try my best to understand. Some days I fail, but you still stay, and that's love, not just the easy way. We argue small, forgive so fast. We've learned some wounds just never last. We laugh at things we used to fear. I'm just glad you're still here. We've seen enough to know what's fake, but still make room for hearts to break and build again with steady hands. That's how love stands. Love me like it's day one. Hold me when the night comes. Talk to me like we're still young, but stay like you mean long run. We don't need the perfect lines. We've got the scars to prove the time. We're not naive, but we still believe that love can be everything. Maybe we won't have it all, but we'll have something that won't fall. Through all the noise, through every doubt, I'll choose you now. So love me like it's day one, even when the days run long and loud and full of strain. Stay through the mundane. We're 25, but this feels right. Not just sparks, but steady light. No need for grand displays, just promise you'll stay. We were a breath away from more. We stepped beyond that open door. Laughed like lovers, talked like friends, but never crossed that fragile end. We danced around the words unsaid, laid wide awake in separate beds. I saw the truth inside your eyes, but fear can dress itself in lies. We were almost something beautiful, almost real, almost full. Like pages written, left unread, like songs that stopped before they bled. We held the spark, but not the flame, played the part, but skipped the name. We weren't strangers, not quite love. We were almost us. You knew my silence like a tune. We shared our secrets under moon, but morning always took you far like We choose the words, we draw the line. But in this life we turn around. Before our feet had left the ground, we were almost something beautiful, beautiful. Almost right, almost true. A quiet ache, a gentle state. For the songs we'll never sing. No regret, no crash and fight. Just fading slowly to the night. No final kiss, no last goodbye. We were almost right, almost right. You knew my silence like a tune. We shared our secrets under moon. But morning always took you far, like chasing shadows in a jar. I waited for a clearer sign, but some hearts never fall. We shared our secrets on the moon. We're all fun running, always took you far, like chasing shadows in a jar. I waited for a clearer sign, but some hearts never fall in line. We wanted more, but not enough to risk the fall and call it love. And maybe in another time, we choose the words, we draw the line. But in this life we turned around before our feet had left the ground. Oh, ground. I almost said it on the train, when your head leaned close against the pane. The lights outside were soft and slow, but my words got caught beneath the glow. I almost said it in the rain, when you danced and laughed through all the pain. You looked at me like you just knew, but I blinked and missed my cue. I almost said I love you more times than I can count, but fear is louder in my chest than any love I've felt. You smiled like you were waiting, but I let the moment slip. Now all I have are almost hanging heavy on my lips. I almost told you late last fall, when we sat curled up in that quiet hall. The world outside was turning gold, but I stayed quiet, stayed controlled. I almost said it in your car, when you sang that song and strummed guitar. I mouthed the words behind your voice, but silence was my only choice. I almost said I love you in every second glance, but I held it like a secret that never stood a chance. You touched my hand so gently, as if you somehow knew, but I kept all my almosts and never gave them you. What if I had said it first? Would we have bloomed or just been cursed? Some truths are scared of light and sound, so they live, but never never make it out. I almost said I love you so many nights, so near, but now you're just a memory that I still whisper clear. You walked away not knowing how close I really came to breaking past my silence and finally saying you are my teeth and walk away. Don't say much, but you always stay. You hum a tune I never knew, but now it feels like home, like you. You fix the quilt that slides at night, turn off the lamp and dim the light. You never say I love you loud, but in your silence I feel proud. Love lives in the little things, the quiet notes that no one sings, the worn-out shirt you always wear, the way you pause to brush my hair. Not in fireworks or golden rings, but in the calm your presence brings. Love doesn't need a song to sing, it lives, it breathes in little things. You fold the towel the way I do, you leave the window cracked for two. You never rush to prove you care, but I find proof in how you're there. You write no poems, make no vow, but still you love me more than now. You know the words I never speak, you hold the strong and kiss the weak. Love lives in the little things, in coffee cups and softened wings. The way you wait, the way you know exactly when to let it show. It's not a tale of kings and queens, but steady hands and in-betweens. No need for stars or diamond rings, we bloom within these little things. One day we'll age and time will fade, but not the bed we softly made. With every smile, every sigh, we write a love that won't run dry. Love lives in the little things, in morning light and folded strings, in every knot, in every grace, the way your breath can fill this space. So here's my vow without a sound, to love you while the world spins round. No stage, no script, no grandest scene, just us and all the little things. You smiled like you already knew that every night would end too soon. We lit the dark with burning hands, but never talked of future plans. Your jacket smelled like fallen fate. I knew the hours, still I stayed. You kissed like we were on the edge of something we could never pledge. We were lovers on borrowed time, living like the stars will never die. You held me close like waves to shore. No, we can't ask for more. No promises, no grand design, just hearts that met between the lines. A fleeting flame, a perfect crime. We loved each other on borrowed time. You never asked me to be yours. We kept the questions behind closed doors, but every glance and every sigh felt louder than 1,000 tries. We danced beneath the breaking sky and never told each other why. We let the silence fill the space where others would have named the place. We were lovers on borrowed time, living like the stars would never die. You held me close like waves to shore. No, we can't ask for more. No promises, no grand design, just hearts that met between the lines. A fleeting flame, a perfect crime. We loved each other on borrowed time. You never asked me to be yours. We kept the questions behind closed doors, but every glance and every sigh felt louder than 1,000 tries. We danced beneath the breaking sky and never told each other why. We let the silence fill the space where others would have named the place. We were lovers on borrowed time, falling fast and out of sight. You brushed my hair behind my ear, like you'd be gone, but still be near. We made a world inside a night and let it go without a fight. No tears to shed, no hills to climb, just love that bloomed on borrowed time. Maybe in some distant life we'll have more than stolen nights, but here and now this was enough to know a love so fierce, so rough. We were lovers on borrowed time, a whispered truth, a silent rhyme, not built to last, but built so deep. A memory I'll always keep, and if I never see your face, I'll still remember your embrace. Not every love is meant to shine, but only burn on borrowed time. We meet in silence, not by plan. A brush of hands no one understands. No label wrapped around our days, just stolen time in hidden ways. I feel you in the things unsaid, in every glance and looks we've shed. You smile like we could be much more, but we both know what lies in store. This is love without a name, a quiet fire, a gentle flame. No promises, no rightful claim, still I feel you just the same. It's not wrong, but it's not right. A shot of love, a stolen light. I can't be yours, you can't be mine, but still we burn in silent time. Your voices echo in my chest, the song that never leaves or rests. You're not the one I should have found, but fate don't always come around. places no one sees, a world between just you and me. And though we'll never wear the ring, this still feels like everything. This is love without a name, no spotlight, no golden frame, but every beat still says your name, even if the rules remain. We hide behind polite goodbyes, but ache beneath each moonlit light. Not every truth gets to be claimed, some hearts must love without a name. Maybe in another life you'd call me home, I'd call you mine. But in this one, we stay apart with all this thunder in our hearts. This is love without a name, and though the world won't know it came, I'll carry you inside my veins, a silent warmth I can't explain. You were the yes I had to hide, the almost life I left behind, but still I loved you just the same, even if without a name. Oh, 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 I built my walls too high to climb, kept every heart just out of line. Learned how to smile without a spark, slept beside a quiet heart. You came in slow, not asking much, just little talks and gentle touch. You never tried to make me change, you just stayed through all my strange. I still flinch at sudden light, still lose sleep from silent fights, but you didn't run. You're teaching me to love again, even if I don't know how to begin. You hold my hand like it's not scarred, you treat my fear like it's not hard. I don't say much, but when I do, it's softer now because of you. You're showing me that hearts can mend, you're teaching me to love again. You never ask about the past, but somehow make me wanna trust. Your silence doesn't feel like space, it feels like home, it feels like grace. I still see shadows when I breathe, old names that still live under me, but your voice cuts through all that sound, brings me gently to the ground. I'm not the same, but not destroyed. You fill in all the quiet noise, and I start to believe. You're teaching me to love again, even if I don't know how to begin. You hold my hand like it's not scarred, you treat my fear like it's not hard. But when I do, it's softer now because of you. You're showing me that hearts can mend, you're teaching me to love again. I may not say forever loud, but I feel it when you're around. If love was lost, you found the thread and stitched it back with words unsaid. You're teaching me to love again, even if I broke where I had been. You're not afraid of where I've been, you see the cracks and still walk in. I don't say much, but when I do, I mean it more because of you. You prove that broken hearts can mend, you're teaching me to love again. And maybe this is how it starts, not with fireworks, never said I want you near, but stayed through storms I couldn't steer. You never claimed you'd hold my hand, yet there you were, time and again. You brought me coffee on rough days, turned off the lights but let me stay. You spoke in warmth, not empty lines, and loved me best in quiet signs. You never had to say the words, I heard them in the way you stirred the soup you made when I felt cold, the coat you slipped around my soul. No grand confession, no parade, just steady steps you softly made. I knew I mattered come what may, because you loved me. Your sunny rain, the hinge I never named, burned every song I never claimed. You knew the scent that made me smile, and stayed through silence all the while. No fireworks, no sudden kiss, just every moment I would have missed if I had searched for something loud instead of love that never bowed. You never had to write it down, I saw it in the way you frowned. When I was hurting, lost or scared, you showed up simply, you just cared. No need for vows beneath the sky, you held me close and let me cry. And through it all I saw each day that love was there, you never strayed. Maybe love's not made of lines, but of choosing someone time by time, in tiny ways that build and grow, and say I'm yours without a show. You never had to say I'm yours, your keys beside mine said much more. In worn out shoes and hands held tight, in leaving on that porch light. You made a home without a plan, and showed me love was in the hands that hold, that stay, that softly stay. You never said it, but you loved me anyway. While you sleep, I'll make promises you'll never hear, but always feel. In the hush between your breaths, I find the words I can't reveal. I trace your name inside my mind, where quiet thoughts and hopes align. And every beat inside my chest whispers what I can't confess. Midnight promises, soft and true, made in silence just for you. I vow to stay when times get rough, to hold your fears when you've had enough. Though daylight makes me hesitate, in moonlight I articulate these tender vows you'll never know, but in your dreams I hope they show. Your hand in mine beneath the sheet, a secret warmth, a steady beat. I want to tell you what you mean, but truth is louder when unseen. You turn and smile in sleep's embrace, and I fall harder face to face. But morning steals the words away, so I just let the silence stay. Midnight promises, soft and true, made in silence just for you. I vow to stay when times get rough, to hold your fears when you've had enough. Though daylight makes me play pretend, in moonlight I articulate these tender vows you'll never know, but in your dreams I hope they show. Your hand in mine beneath the sheet, a secret warmth, a steady beat. I want to tell you what you mean, but truth is louder when unseen. The turn night makes me play is you'll never know. I wish I had a braver heart, but fear keeps pulling me apart. Still every night I speak so clear to the sleeping soul I hold so dear. Midnight promises, like stars above, unspoken prayers, unnamed love. You'll never hear them when you wait, but they're the truest words I make. So if you ever feel unsure of what you need, just know there's more than I can say, but still I show. Through midnight promises you'll never know. While you sleep, I stay close by, loving you beneath the sky. In quiet ways I hope you'll feel the kind of love I can't reveal.
You come home late, perfume I don't wear. You say it's nothing, but your eyes don't dare. You hold me close, but your touch feels cold, like you're here in body, but your heart's been sold. I'm tracing shadows on your skin at night, asking questions you answer to right. My mind's a prison, locked in rewind. All your half-truths playing on mine. I'm jealous of the silence that gets more of you than I do, of the phone you guard so closely, of the smile that's not quite true. I'm bleeding in the quiet while you sleep just fine. If loving you means losing me, then where's the line? You say you love me, but your love has teeth, bites me with doubt every time you leave. I try to believe in the words you say, but your loyalty feels miles away. I dress the wounds you don't see me wear, smile through storms just to say I care. But this kind of loving is built on fear. Every hug, I wonder who was near. I'm jealous of the silence that gets more of you than I do, of the nights you spend distracted, of the lips that once felt true. I'm drowning in the stillness where truth and lies align. If holding on is breaking me, is this love still mine? I don't wanna own you, I just wanna be seen. But love without trust isn't love, it's a dream. Do you still choose me when I'm not in the room? Or am I just echo in someone else's tune? I'm jealous of the silence that gets more of you than I do, of the ghosts you never mention, of the past you won't undo. I'll loathing you through heartbreak, but love should not confine me. If loving you means losing me, then where's the line? Young but not naive, thought love could bridge 1,000 seas. You said wait for me, I said always, but time moves fast in different place. I still drink the coffee black, like the mornings you don't come back. The bed's too big for one tonight, and I still dream in satellite. I've got your name in every song, and silence feels too loud this long. I wish that I could close the space, but maps don't bend our hearts this way. There are miles between us, but the ache feels skin close. I can feel memories hanging on the chair. Still smells like nights when you were there. I talk to ghosts in empty rooms, and every whisper sounds like you. We send each other morning texts, pretend that it still makes some sense. But laughter doesn't feel the same through broken calls and time delays. I know you're chasing something real, and I don't wanna clip your wings, but being brave still breaks me down when you're not here to feel this now. There are miles between us, but the ache feels skin close. I can feel your heartbeat in the spaces I miss most. We said we'd try, we said we'd stay, but love gets tired when it's far away. And now I'm stuck with all this love, I know you to give it to. If love alone could close the gap, and I don't wanna clip your wings, but being brave still breaks me down when you're not here to feel this now. There are miles between us, but the ache feels skin close. I can feel your heartbeat in the spaces I miss most. We said we'd try, we said we'd stay, but love gets tired when it's far away. And now I'm stuck with all this love, but know you to give it to. If love alone could close the gap, I'd be there in a second flat. But I can't hug a photograph or kiss a voice through telephone laughs. And if someday you look for me, I'll still be where the heart used to be. With all this love, still waiting for you. So far yet still so near, you're the silence I still hear. We're 25 but love feels old when distance is all we hold.
We've walked the seasons hand in hand, from quiet nights to shifting plans, from nervous first hellos to knowing what forever holds. You've seen me broken, seen me strong, and loved me when I got it wrong. Through every ordinary day, you turned the mundane into grace. We've laughed, we've cried, we've grown so much. This kind of love, it's more than luck. It's coffee mugs and midnight calls, it's choosing us through it all. Now we're almost forever, we've grown so much. This kind of love, it's more than luck. It's coffee mugs and midnight calls, it's choosing us through it all. Now we're almost forever, standing on the edge of vows. I don't need a perfect ending, just this moment here and now. You're my heart's one true direction, the calm inside my stormy weather. And I'm ready with no doubt to say I do out loud. Guest list long, the lights are bright, but I just see you in white. Not for the dress, but who you are. My compass, my northern star. They say love changes over time, but I just hope it changes lives. From you and me to husband and wife, in this next chapter of our life. No fairy tale, no scripted scene, just honest love in everything. From morning breath to growing old, I want it all with you to hold. Now we're almost forever, standing on the edge of vows. I don't need a perfect ending, just this moment here and now. You're my heart's one true direction, the calm inside my stormy weather. And I'm ready with no doubt to say I do out loud. If the years get tough and storms roll in, I'll still reach out and let you in. Cause loving you is not just fate, it's every choice I choose to make. Now we're almost forever, but I feel it deep inside. This isn't just a wedding day, it's where our souls align. You're the peace in all my chaos, the soft in all my fight. So let's begin forever by loving each other right. We're almost forever, but I know forever starts tonight.
through fire, watched seasons fade to gray, held on through silence when words got in the way. You know me better than I could ever say, and still you stay. Time has its own way of testing what is real, but here in your arms I remember how to feel. This love, it's not a fairy tale, no perfect lines, no magic spell, but I would choose you every time, through every low, through every climb. We don't need the world to sing our song. We already know where we belong. We've seen the cracks, but never walked away. Built something steady in a world that loves to change. The quiet moments, the laughter and the pain, they all remain. Years may leave traces in lines upon our skin, but darling, the heart still beats where love begins. This love, it's not a fairy tale, no perfect lines, no magic spell, but I would choose you every time, through every low, through every climb. We don't need the world to sing our song. We already know where we belong. Let the world keep spinning fast. We'll hold to something made to last. In your eyes I found my home, even when we're growing old. This love, it's not a fairy tale, but it's more true than words could tell. And I would choose you every time, in every life, in every life. We don't need the world to sing our song. We already know where we belong. We've walked through seasons hand in hand, from quiet nights to shifting plans, from nervous first hellos to knowing what forever holds. You've seen me broken, seen me strong, and loved me when I got it wrong. Through every ordinary day, you turn the mundane into grace. We've laughed, we've cried, we've grown so much. This kind of love, it's more than luck. It's coffee mugs and midnight calls. It's choosing us through it all. Now we're almost forever standing on the edge of vows. I don't need a perfect ending, just this moment here and now. You're my heart's one true direction, calm inside my stormy weather. And I'm ready, with no doubt, to say I do out loud. The guest list's long, the lights are bright, but I just see you in white. Not for the dress, but who you are, my compass, my northern holes. They say love changes over time, but I just hope it changes lines from you and me to husband, wife, in this next chapter of our life. No
fairy tale, no scripted scene, just honest love in everything. From morning breath to growing old, I want it all with you to hold. Now we're almost forever, standing on the edge of vows. I don't need a perfect ending, just this moment here and now. You're my heart's one true direction, calm inside my stormy weather. And I'm ready, with no doubt, to say I do out loud. If the years get tough and storms roll in, I'll still reach out and let you in. Cause loving you is not just fate, it's every choice I choose to make. Now we're almost forever, but I feel it deep inside. This isn't just a wedding day, it's where our souls align. You're the peace in all my chaos, the soft in all my fight. So let's begin forever by loving each other right. We're almost forever, but I know forever starts tonight.
The pillow holds your shape too well, a silent echo I can't quell. Your coffee cup still by the sink, untouched like thoughts I shouldn't think. Your sweater drapes across the chair, as if you're paused, still sitting there. The hallway hums with quiet tone, but everything feels overgrown. And I can hear the sound of you gone, in every note that once played on. The kettle boils, but not the same. The door still creaks and speaks your name. No need for storms or broken glass, it's softer things that never pass. The silence sings where you belong, that's the sound of you gone. The clock ticks louder than before, each second knocks upon the door. Your laughter lives in curtained folds, in empty rooms that still feel gold. The mirror keeps your fingerprint, the air still wears your faded hint. You didn't take your books or key, but left the loudest parts of me. And I can hear the sound of you gone, in morning light and quiet dawn. The fridge still hums your favorite tune, the lamp still flickers like the moon. No slamming doors, no final cry, just every whisper asking why. The silence sings where you belong, that's the sound of you gone. You're not a ghost, you're not a flame, but every breath still speaks your name. I close my eyes, you pass me by, in scent and shadow, soft and sly. And I still hear it's louder than the crush. You left no notes, no grand farewell, but every room still knows too well that love once loud now lingers on as the sound of you gone. You are the sunshine of my youth, still in my soul with a smile. Those student years, though how I wanted to be with you. I didn't dare to confess because I was afraid we would lose each other. Then the years passed by, we were still friends even though we weren't close. But my first love still hasn't faded. The first time I held your hand seemed like it was just yesterday. I couldn't believe that my first love was a childhood dream. Now in pure white, you are the first person I love. I wanna be the last person you love. The moment I saw you on the altar with the same familiar eyes, many years passed in the blink of an eye. So then now we are in the same house, and I promise to love you forever. The sacred word I promise to the sky. Even if I am sick, poor, stormy, hurt, I will always be here. We grow old together. The boy who makes me smile, sometimes I don't need to say a word. Always understand every single thing I keep in secret. Are you my future? Being with you makes me always feel safe. Let me be myself. Don't be afraid of growing old or being lonely, because every day that passes, I love you more. The moment I saw you on the altar with the same familiar eyes, many years passed in the blink of an eye. So then now we are in the same house, and I promise to love you forever. The sacred word I promise to the sky. Even if I am sick, poor, stormy, hurt, I will always be here. We grow old together. Now we have a family, happiness with another life. Many years have passed in the blink of an eye. And now you are growing up day by day, and I promise to love you forever. The sacred promise I make to the sky. Even in sickness, poverty, storms, and pain, Mom and Dad are always here. We grow together. The moment I saw you on the altar with the same familiar eyes, many years passed in the blink of an eye. So then now we are in the same house, and I promise to love you forever. The sacred word I promise to the sky. Even if I am sick, poor, stormy, hurt, I will always be here. We grow old together.
I see you laughing, and it cuts a little deep. You're telling stories like I'm not trying to breathe. You look right past me, but I still memorize your smile. Been loving you in silence for a while. I play it cool, but my hand's shaking my coat. You ask me how I've been, I say you know, just hope. I almost told you that night in the rain, when your hair fell down and you whispered my name. I almost reached out to let the truth fall. talk about him like he holds your whole sky. I smile through it, but it's tearing me inside. And I wonder if you've ever felt the same, or if I'm just a quiet flame. I stay your friend, 'cause that's all I can be. But love like this doesn't come easy to me. I almost told you that night in the rain, when your voice got soft and I felt the weight. I almost confessed, but swallowed it whole. Let the silence take the words I stole. Now I'm lost in the echo of you, and you don't have a clue. If I ever say it, would it break what we have? Or is this feeling the only thing that ever lasts? I almost told you, but fear held me tight. So I'll love you quiet through each sleepless night. Maybe one day when the timing is true, but for now, you'll never know I loved you.
Never say forever loud, but I hear it in the way you stay around. No grand declarations in the rain, just fixing my coat when it starts to stain. You don't write poems about red wine, but you wash the dishes every time. And in the silence of our nights, I feel the weight of love done right. You're the quiet kind of love, the steady hand, the constant sun. No fireworks, no chasing fate, just showing up day after day. You hold me close without a sound, and in your calm I know I'm found. No need for words too big to bind. You're loving me, the quiet kind.
You fold the blanket when I leave. You remember how I take my tea. You don't say much, but when you do, it's always real, it's always true. There's no surprise or diamond ring, just Tuesday nights and grocery things. But in the ordinary scenes, you build a life inside my dreams. You're the quiet kind of love, the steady hand, the constant sun. No fireworks, no chasing fate, just showing up day after day. You hold me close without a sound, and in your calm I know I'm found. No need for words too big to bind. You're loving me, the quiet kind. The quiet kind. You fold the blanket when I leave. You remember how I take my tea. You don't say much, but when you do, it's always real, it's always true. There's no surprise or diamond ring, just Tuesday nights and grocery things. But in the ordinary scenes, you build a life inside my dreams. You're the quiet kind of love, the one that lifts me just enough. No rushing hearts, no games to play, just warmth that never walks away. You keep your promises in peace, no need to shout, no need to preach. You're not the loud, dramatic kind. You're loving me, the quiet kind. Some chase the thrill, the epic song, but we've been writing love all along. In every sigh, in every chore, I've never needed something more. You keep your promises in peace, no need to shout, no need to preach. You're not the loud, dramatic kind. You're loving me, the quiet kind. And if this life just stays this way, with coffee cups and slow Mondays, then I will know I've truly found the kind of love that's
Hearts don't shout, they stay.